First for the Thunder. The backcourt comprised of Russell Westbrook and Thabo Sefolosha. And in the paint, holding down the pivot of physical and cruising big man at 6'10", Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins. And it's Durant, and it's Ibaka in at the 4 spot. And for the Heat, Mario Chalmers and Dwayne Wade, the tandem in the backcourt. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Battier in at the 4-man position.
You know, you look at how dominant Russell Westbrook is statistically in just about every facet of the game. The scary part is he's still learning how to play point guard. You know, he was a 2-guard at UCLA and really kind of a combo guard his first year in the league, but he's handling the ball and distributing and doing a better job than ever before.
Here's Westbrook. The Heat getting the bucket, and Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Feeds it to Sefolosha. Inside to Perkins. Dunked hard with one hand.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
It's Durant on the wing from about 19 feet. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. You talk about Westbrook's upside, still in his early 20s. He's yet to even enter his prime, and the kid has expanded his game each and every season.
And that's what I like about him. I know he's had some critics, and some of the criticism is justified, but it's over the top in many cases, and you've got to keep in mind the big picture. This is a young, developing point guard who has already accomplished an awful lot in what I think is going to be an all-NBA type career. There's one thing about the alley-oop. You can't fire the pass in there. You've got to have some air under that pass. It needs a little hang time.
That's exactly right. A lot of finesse, just like that one was. Perfectly thrown.
And that's what makes the play so much fun to watch. There's finesse on the front end, but then power on the end.
That's good.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
You know, the Miami Heat are relatively young as a team in terms of NBA history. Joined the league in 1988, but really hit the ground running and have been a force in the East since they became part of the league.
LeBron with the block. Perkins with the bucket. Perkins got 6. The Heat have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Wade. Back to Bosh. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Well, you look at the Heat, you take away the first 3 years of the franchise as they were building from scratch since 1991. They have only missed the playoffs 5 times. Steve, I think that's an amazing stat.
Yeah, the franchise quickly came in and established itself way back as one of the tougher opponents to deal with in the East. They've done a nice job of establishing themselves as a model organization in the NBA over the years.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
Now let's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Scott Brooks.
We talked about the strategy as it applies to D. Wade. He said Dwayne can score at will when he gets into a rhythm. So our job is going to be prevent him from getting into that rhythm in the first place. Because if we can't do that, the points will just pile up. Most opponents are completely aware of that, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Here's what Miami's going with right now. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for...
Look out, man! Well, after he threw that one down, he felt free to hang around for a little while.
A little extra emphasis at the end.
Now, you got to be careful, too, on that. It's used to be an automatic. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. Well, as skilled as LeBron is, what's most impressive is his athleticism. I think you can make the argument that he is the greatest athlete, not only in the history of the NBA, but in the history of sports.
Wow. Did you really say that?
Sure did.
I'd have to do some work on that one, partner. I do agree he's in that discussion and category. And you know how big and strong most of the athletes are in the NBA, and he can make a lot of them look like crash dummies when he's headed to the basket and they're trying to keep him from getting to the rim.
Well, come up with your list, and we'll talk about this.
Lewis dishes to Allen. Goes up. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Allen. And that's 10 points for LeBron. Thunder trailing by 5. He feeds it to Cook. Makes the lead pass. Stolen by Lewis. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And stolen by Maynard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Jones kicks to Cook. The pass to Maynard. Over Haslam. Here's Harden. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. They can earn it at the line.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys. He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league, and this game no different. He's making each trip to the line count.
James. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Well, now that we can see the replay, it looks like he did get the shot off in time. It looked that way to me originally, and that's the call we should see here.
You're right. I think he got it off, but anytime it's as close a call as that was, in a big situation like this, it's always smart to take a closer look.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
And with the Thunder, this is Scott Brooks' first head coaching opportunity. And there's no question he's made the most of it. He was Coach of the Year back in 2010. And that team has so much stability as an organization, but also as a coaching staff and as a roster. They seem to be getting better and better every year.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game.
And this club shot 77% as a team last year. Good, not spectacular, but solid.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
And for Coach Brooks, you really have to appreciate, Steve, the way he's gotten all the players to buy into being unselfish, that defensive first mentality.
Yeah, no question. And give the general manager credit, too, for putting together a group of guys who are high character and who already have that gene in them to really want the team to do well. Led, of course, by Kevin Durant, the superstar who is also the backbone of this club, Russell Westbrook as well. But Brooks deserves a lot of
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous, man.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay. It's stolen by Wade. Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, the Thunder's James Harden, arguably the best NBA player ever to come out of Arizona State. He actually had his pick of some much bigger programs in college, but he said, I didn't want to go to a high-powered school. I wanted to blaze my own trail, start something, have my name in the rafters. I wanted to make a name for myself, put a program on the map. It was a perfect decision for me. I got to learn a lot, like how to carry a team by myself. My leadership grew in my 2 years when I was there. Kevin, it's interesting that he's been so willing to go the polar opposite in Oklahoma City, come to a team stacked with talent, and sacrifice some of that responsibility to really carry the team.
Well, it seems he can do both, Doris. His role is steadily growing, too.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Well, last couple of seasons, Dwayne Wade has shot just around 50%, among the best field goal percentages of his career. And obviously it helps playing with LeBron James. Gets a lot of transition baskets. Really didn't have to take a lot of bailout shots to beat the clock because LeBron was there for some of that as well.
Haslam, stolen by Harden. Here's Westbrook. The shot no good. Great D that time from LeBron. Throws up the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Westbrook passes to Harden. Back to Westbrook. Got it. Good job in the low post. Westbrook's got 6.
And just going back to the great scoring for Wade just for a minute here, guys. Last season, he and LeBron both really cut down on their outside shooting. It was noticeable and made a huge difference in their percentages and in their effectiveness. They really were looking to attack the paint a lot more.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. And Thabo Sefolosha. Oh!
How about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow. Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You gotta just shake your head on that one.
And stolen by Chalmers. To the middle. Looking for Wade. He gets it to him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
You really got to be exactly on the same page to connect on that long alley-oop.
And even then, it's a tough play.
The pass and the catch, both next to impossible. They pulled it off.
And Westbrook, here we go. And even 3-on-3 break. Here.
Very few players have his explosiveness. I mean, man, can he ever fly to get to that rim?
Thunder trailing by 18.
I just got to say this. I mean, the Thunder fans have really been spoiled since the team moved to Oklahoma City. 4 years in, and they've made the playoffs in all but the first season.
That's good. And it's 8 points for Russell Westbrook.
Nice job there. He knows how to get that ball in the bucket, doesn't he, guys?
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Battier. Battier's got his 4th assist in this one. Back to Oklahoma City, made the playoffs, gone deep more often than not, and talk about winning over a city when they relocated Steve from Seattle. They have done that and more.
Well, that city has really embraced the franchise, Kevin, and it helps when you've got guys like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook who are not only phenomenal players to watch, but really good people who the community can embrace. So I think the love affair between the team and the community is going to last a long time.
And Westbrook, here we go, over Wade, and it's Westbrook missing.
They continue to pull down misses, and that's how they're maintaining this lead.
Yeah, well, one and done is the recipe for continuing to hold on to a lead. You don't want to let the other team back in it by giving them extra possession.
Rebound by Mario Chalmers. Here's Wade. No good trying to beat the buzzer. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Heat.